Welcome everyone. This is Will K-Mac Vintage coming to you from nice sunny Cayman Islands today. Well, it's not so sunny. We got a lot of cloud cover today. My first time looking outside since I've been up. A lot of cloud cover today. It is now 10:48 a.m. here. We are on Eastern Standard Time. Although Cayman does not observe daylight savings, so when the U.S. springs forward, we will stay on. We won't change. So then during the summertime, well, during daylight savings time, we are on Central, and then during normal time, we are on Eastern. So right now, we are equal time with actually Miami. Um, well, my cargo is being loaded today in the container up in actually Riviera Beach, or it's a suburb of actually West Palm Beach, Florida. Um, and it will sail. The actually ship will leave tomorrow night, Friday night, getting Cayman on Sunday night. Um, the ship will be unloaded and loaded back and then depart by actually Monday morning. The cargo will stay here. Hopefully by Wednesday, Thursday next week, I will have my 5 boxes. One of those is the actually Naboo. Inside the Naboo, I've got two actually joysticks I found, and I was able to buy, and also the cable. I know it works already because I already tested it when I was up in actually Florida. Um, sorry, excuse me. Then the other items coming down is my Lisa and a bunch of stuff that was given to me with that. All the boards and everything. Some SE30 analog and power supply boards I need to fix. One of them is for Ron. I need to fix that one for him. And one is for Scott, who I did a reloaded SE30 board for. Speaking about reloaded boards, you all know I've been doing the SE30s. Matter of fact, I have one sitting right here that I've been working on. This one, I'm just waiting for these last sockets to arrive. My friend is coming down to Cayman on Monday, so where you see like here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Those 6 sockets, those are the PLC 44s. So once I get those, I will solder them on and I'll put on the chips and everything. Then I can program my custom ROM chips and test them out and see how it works. Because if you notice, this board is not using a SIM here for the ROM. It's using the 4 PLC sockets that Bull added to the board. And they tie to the same lines as the SIM, but they are reversed. So when I make the ROMs, I need to do a byte swap. So, but yeah. So I'll be making a nice clean ROM. Put that on there, and then we see how it goes. Well, anyway, so you all know I've been doing the SE30s. I've done 3 already that are out there that have gone back to their owners, and all 3 are happy. Um, Scott, Dan, and Ron. Um, but now I have this. These are 2 classic boards. And as you can see, this is very badly battery bombed down here. I already took some of these chips off when I was up in Florida. This is the CPU, the VIA, the RTC, and the sound chip. Okay, I took them off of here. I think one is damaged beyond use, but for the rest, almost everything else on the board looks pretty good. Then I have this one. This is one that I bought. I bought this one together with one that I just finished fixing that's sitting outside right now in the sun, getting a nice Caribbean suntan. After ultrasonic and alcohol bath, it is sitting out there. So then I have this board that was sent to me by Jake, which was also battery bombed. not as bad, but it does have some severe damage also, and one chip is damaged that I cannot replace. Okay, but one nice thing that I'm going to be working on and making available, as y'all have known, we can now use AT Tiny for the RTC chip. Not as much. Yeah, we can use it for these also that use a PLC like this. It's just a different board. Um, but for like the SC30, I have adapter boards now that will take a surface mount AT Tiny and convert it to a DIP 8. See, the chip goes on this side with the pin headers on the other side. Then there is a crystal and 3 capacitors on there. Then that gets programmed, and then that becomes your new RTC chip for boards that use for like the SC and the SC30. Um, it is available too for these other ones that use the PLC because it's the same pin out. I mean, although this is a pin, this is a chip that this is a PLC 10. Is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? No, 20. What is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20. Yeah. Um, it's only 8 pins that are used. I mean, that's the thing. So anyway, so anyway, we'll see what happens with that and so forth. But the RTC, I'm pretty sure we can remake, but the sound chip, no, not yet. So or the Vaio. So anyway, what I need to do then is out of these two is I'm gonna make one. Okay, but then you're like, well, but how are you gonna make one? Well, a very easy solution. Classic reloaded boards. The same purple color that I like, but these are the classics. So this is made by Kai Robinson. Thank you, Kai, for so much for designing this board. The backside I already have populated with most of the items except for the ferrite beads. It's missing the ferrite beads, and I think it's missing 2 resistors on this side, R9 and R6. The rest, oh, and it's missing R2 down here. And I don't know why those are missing because it's kind of odd. Maybe they weren't in the PMP file. And it's missing all the ferrite beads. So the ferrite beads I know I'll have to transfer over from the old board. Oh, it's missing a capacitor over here too, C70. I need to see why those are missing. Do these have them? Well, there's no R9, there's no R6, so I'm not worried about that then. There's no R2. And then that capacitor that was missing, where is that? C70. Yeah, see, C70 is on here, but it's not on the board. I wonder what happened with that. So that you can see, C70 is right here on the board, and here it does not exist. Okay, so the actually resistors are fine. I don't need to move them because they are not on the boards to begin with. R2 is blank. R9 and R6 are blank. But the ferrite beads are definitely filled. So, and the C70 is definitely filled. So, but yes, so the new reloaded boards, it's almost everything is surface mount, except for the things that can't be, like the switches, which also for the switches now I can print my own supports. Okay, so let's see here, we have, yeah, well, the standard switches, the standard things that have to go in as a through hole, the connector for the SCSI, for the floppy. Okay, these are different filters that are here. Okay, this is the connector for the power, and this is the expansion connector and the CP and the ROM socket. The rest, everything else is surface mount. So knowing that, then a lot of these I will replace with sockets, which I do have these bigger sockets. Okay, I just don't have for one, two, three, four. I don't have for those four, but for most of the other ones, I have the sockets. Okay, so and the chips that I took off, I do have them. They're here in their different bags. Okay, and a lot of these items I was able to buy new also. So, so basically, what we're gonna do then is we are gonna start the transfer. I'm gonna put this one board away. I don't need it for now. I'm gonna try to end up doing two actually transfer because I was given a bunch of spare chips, and maybe the chips I need are in here. I don't know. So maybe I do have the chips that I need. Okay, so on this board here, let's take a closer look at it. Okay. Um, these smaller chips I need to take off. Okay, that's a that's a C10 capacitor there. All of these I'm going to try to recycle and reuse. Okay, the actually resistor packs are surface mount, so those have to be surface mounted also. The only things that are going to go socketed are the PLCs, okay, and the ROM, okay, and the crystal. I have sockets for the crystal. Okay, so the PLCs will go in sockets. Okay, so the actually crystal I can do as a socket. These two I'll have to put on. I do have a lot of these new, like this 74 F257s. I do have them new just in case if these are too damaged. Okay, so I can also put those on new. All right, over here is a 74 LS 174. I have that new. 74 LS 368. I have that new. Okay, that's a fuse. That's a diode. I do have them new. Another fuse over here. So let's start taking some of these things off and start moving them over. Okay. Um, really, there's not too much with this. What I do want to do is I want to get a good picture of it because if anything gets misplaced, I can always zoom in. Okay. So I got some good pictures of it now. Bring this back over here, and we're gonna start popping some things off of here. Hopefully, I won't get any trouble. Okay, let's start going. We're gonna take off this LS30. It's funny that the lease I'm working on also has the same 26 LS30, but as a dip. And here it is as a PLC. And it's so hard to buy it as a dip. So you know what? It might be time for an actual conversion. I don't like toasting these too much because they will change color on you. Ooh, I can smell that awful fish smell. Right now, all I want to get are some of these small chips. Okay, I'm just gonna loosen them, but I'll leave them close on the board. I mean, I can always tell where they were. Even these F-245s, I have them do. Oh, you can't see what I'm doing? Okay. All right, so a lot of those chips are off. Um, okay, they're loose on the board, so I know where they are. So now we can go to the scope, and we can start putting some of these on. Okay, so let's see. We're gonna start with this one over here. And I like it like this because then I can solder better. Let's see, where are we? Here, this one. 26LS32, which is also used by the Lisa as a dip. And you see, and I'm running across all these chips. What is that? Oh. Here I am running across all these same chips. My focus there real good. Yours is kind of shitty. Okay, there we go. Okay. Soldering iron on. Let's put down. There's something interesting. Let me take a look at something for a minute. Ah, you see, this is why I take pictures. Something on that one, I don't like how it looks. Uh-huh, see, it faces the other way. I'm so used to them all facing that way, but this one is this way. Now I'm gonna tack it down. Okay. Okay. The first chip on Kai Robinson's classic board done by K-Mac Vintage Will is on the board. Let me get this next one. So since I do the SE30s, you see the symbol, the little box there, that's the way the edge has to go. Okay, so because I do them, these are really easy to actually do. Just the surface mount stuff is, to me, I find it very simple and quick. Okay, next chip. This one always gets some very bad. Very bad corrosion damage because it sits there by those four caps that always leak. Okay, what do we have next? As I solder that, it will clean. Those two that are gonna go on. There's a little diode right there too. One chip. Oh yeah, I did do that chip too. Okay. Knowing I got to use the heat and the flux to clean those legs a little bit, I added extra flux. That's why you see me going slower on the drag, because that heat will clean the debris off of there. Okay. So you saw me change my position of my iron because it gets more heat this way. A little bit more solder, got that last pin there. This pin down here is giving me a little bit of an issue. Okay. Next chip. See, this one's a lot cleaner. Okay. So I'm really excited to see how things will go with Melissa and that. Oh, and yes, it is Macintosh, guys. As you can see, I have the logo on my video. I'm also now on coffee.com, K-O-F, um, F-O.com/KMAC Vintage. I just did this morning a blog post on there. That on. So that's on there. Um, okay, where else am I? What are the chips now? Okay, these down here. This LS245. I do have them new also. But yeah, what's that saying? MARCHintosh. I'm doing a lot of stuff. I'm doing something new here now, which you can see, which is a classic reloaded. I'll be working on the Lisa. I'll be working on SE30s, and a few of us, being Ron from Ron's Computer Video, Eric from Eric's Edge, Joe from Joe's Computer Museum, and myself, KMAC Vintage. We are teamed up and will be each of us giving different pieces and creating a SE30 to give away. I'm doing the board, SC30 reloaded board. The Ron is doing the case with the CRT and the metal frame and all that. Eric from Eric's Edge is doing a analog board and the power supply. And Joe from Joe's Computer Museum is giving us giving the winner a Blue SCSI. I'm assuming it will be version 2. Or it could be version 1, I'm not sure. Right, that chip is on there. It didn't go on as straight as I wanted it to, but it's on there. And because I need to use my other hand to hold the chip on with the tweezers, I preload my soldering iron. Then allows me to do the dragging like that. And doing that dragging really makes it much faster to solder. Okay. So look at that already. All the chips that I loosened are already on. Oh no, we got two more. We can do these two in the middle here. These two 74 F257s. I have those loose already. So yes, we'll be giving away a complete working SE30. How we're going to do the giveaway yet, we have not discussed. But I'm sure it will be a nice way. And I prefer to see this go to someone that doesn't have one yet. And if you already have a SE30 and can skip winning one, or that would be great, because I know quite a few people that don't have it, and the SE30 is one that's way up there on price tag. I think it's a nice giveaway. I made a coffee and I'm drinking it. Don't like how that's going too much. My soldering tip is too dirty. So let's get some fresh new solder, put down some fresh new flux. And you see, I saw it dirty. I saw the tip was very dirty. Or better said, that the solder was going on was not nice. Okay, we have quite a bit of stuff already on there. What else can I? What else can I solder now? I have these two resistor packs that are off there that I can do. You see, I doing the lower things first. And yes, I see that leg that's green. As I solder that side, it will clean. Okay, so let's secure this. Need some more flux there. You can see when that solder starts behaving different. Okay. I put extra flux on that side because I know it's going to be very dirty. If I added the flux to help me with the heat to clean that leg. And no bridges. See, but it's clean. So what do y'all think? How much of this board can we get done in just one sitting? What's going to take a while is to remove those through hole pieces, and probably that I'll do off camera. Mr. Packs, that their legs seem to solder different, and like a different feel to it. I'll probably do. I'll probably show you how I do the removal of some of these through hole things. Because as the board is not going to be reused, I'm really not too worried about what damage may happen to the physical board itself. Okay, that's on. All right, what else do I have that I can do right now? Those PLCs I don't want to do yet because those are the ROM. I have a new socket I'm going to put in. Um, let's see here. I have that's fuse and diode. That'll go on later. I can get off that capacitor. I can get off that transistor, which is a Q2. Q3 I can take off. Fuse 2 will be a new one. All right, so let's go back to the old board and let's take off some things. All right, here we go. We're gonna see what's on here that we can take off. um, I will. Oh, hold on one second. There's something about my cargo coming in. Okay. I'm gonna use this diode. So I'm gonna take that off. Okay. There's one capacitor here I'm gonna reuse. This one too. Okay, I'm gonna reuse this transistor. Use this one transistor here too. Let's see if we can get this one other resistor pack off. Alright, what else is on here that I can take off right now? Nothing. These other things. And I can start taking out some of this memory. All I'm doing here, guys, is just taking out the memory chips. Okay. So I got a few things taken off. Um, let's go back to the scope view, and we will put on some of these small little things back. All right, the first things I want to put back are these two little transistors because they will fly away on you so fast. So, as a matter of fact, I'm even going to use my other tweezers for this. They're so small. Okay, that one is on. Put this one back here. Transistors are on. Let's do these two capacitors. These don't really have any direction. Oh, yes, they do. Yes, they do, and there's no direction on the board. But that's okay. Oh, I was looking at the wrong thing. Yeah, but it's still, see, there's no direction noted on the board. The old board has it. So, for example, this one back here. We know cap, so, and it goes on this way. That will be the last thing that I do with that resistor pack. Okay. Other this other capacitor here. Yeah, I just wanted to clean off the bottom. Okay, we'll flip it. Now we can't see what side is what. Get that the right side. No something on it. Alright, we can put on this diode. Okay, diode is on. The last thing that we can do right now, other than the memory. Okay. So what that gunk is on the board there. See, it's like nothing is soldering to it. Okay. I have a little bag here for classic stuff. Let me. That's Lisa stuff. Classic. This is classic. Yeah. You see, I have those fuses in here. If not, they're in my other box. Ferrite beads, octobus, bipolar transistors, um, regulator, double. Oh, not that one. Not that one. Encoder, bipolar transistor, crystal, bipolar transistor, Surface mount fuse. There you are. 63 volt, 1 amp. Need 2 of you. Two surface mount fuses. This I have to use new because those old ones, once you go desolder it, it falls apart. So it's easier just to put on two new fuses. I don't know why I turned it that way. Okay. Put a little bit more solder. I don't like that. Okay. And then the next one, right there. All right, what else is on here? Surface mount that I can do quick and easy. Let's see. I got these other two diodes over here. I need to look up what those are, but those are the standard ones for the battery. See, those are way over here. Right there. I got the crystal. Memory chips. I guess we can start on those. So, but I'm gonna pause the video for a minute. I'll be back shortly. I need to go use the bathroom and be back. I'll be right back. All right, folks, I'll come back. Sorry about that. I just had to use the restroom. Where are we at now? I have to do this memory. So the quickest way of doing that is by using hot air, because these are the way these mount. Can't really get there too good with the soldering iron. So when I do these like this, I like to make pillows, or little mounts. Okay, so we'll get the little pillows made. Okay, that's 3, 4. Okay. We'll go ahead and make all the pillows now. That way we're done with that. Got some of my solder on my tip, but I can probably make all these pillows with what is there. Yep. All right. Now, what I like to do with this is not, I'm not going to use my soldering iron. And for this, I like to turn it. Okay, let me put some things here away so that I don't make a mess. All right. I'll grab a memory chip. Okay. Pin 1. Okay, and I just gotta use the hot air to put these on. Okay, now what the hot air is gonna melt the solder, it's gonna make it liquefied, and then the legs will just attach. So I center it. See, the pads are gonna go liquefied. You see that? Take away the heat. They're gonna cool down and become solid again. I'm gonna push down. I'm gonna do it one more time. Then I let go. I'm still holding it just to be sure. Okay, then I'll come and do the other side, the same thing. But now I can just push down from the beginning. Those will go liquefied. I can see them change. Oh, today's Thursday. Today is a new Picard. Okay. Now this is the first one, so I'm gonna come off bench, and with my scope, I'm gonna try to see how it looks. Yeah, so my flux is running off. Okay, that's good. Okay, so we will continue this way now. try to straighten up for you. I'm trying to put it right in the frame for you to see, but I can't. I need to see it better, so that's why I can't show you the whole work area. Alright, I'm gonna put a little bit more flux because it actually ran away. Okay, now I'll come and do the other side. Okay. Now since I'm ready on this side, I'll just slide it down a little bit and I'll do. Hey, and that whole thing was still was still. Because the whole board is very hot, you see, so it's taking longer to cool down. The whole board is very hot. That's all right. Sorry, my other fell off the bench there. Chip number 5 is on. 3 more to go. Now the edge memory. Afterwards, I'll come in with my meter and my little fine points, and I'll test all the pins. I put this one a little bit too far that way. Ah, that one loosened. All right, we'll go straighten it back up. The whole board is very hot right now. I'm gonna let the board cool down for a second. Another method I can do, which I'm getting better and better at. This one I need to clean before I can put it back on. is to go ahead and preheat this a little bit and get it to that melted state. And that way then we can just pop it on, and that's it. Okay, and then I'll come and give it a little bit more heat again. See, that's another quick way. I'll do this one again that way too. So we go ahead and we heat this up. And pop it straight on. Okay. Let me give it a little bit more again. Because now I'm pushing it down into the solder pillows. That should be that. Okay. So we got the 8 memory chips on. I do want to test them. Okay. And my way of testing is I use my meter, of course. But I'm going to crimp on my 2 dental picks. Let me find out where my 2, 1. Okay, I take my 2 fine point dental picks. You'll see what I mean in a minute. If you haven't seen me do this before, then you don't know, you'll see it now. Okay, so, and you see with my 2 fine points, I need to get a new black cable. See, I'm checking the top of the pin to the pad. And if I have continuity, I know I'm good. The only thing that sometimes when I go turn this pick around, it will pop out. Okay. Okay, so now if I don't have contact, it won't beep on me. And with a normal meter, with a normal probe, you just can't do this unless you have very fine probes. Okay, we're moving along good here. But sometimes I like to center it better. Almost finished. It's very crucial that you check it to the pad. Okay, because if you check it to the leg, what's the point, right? Last chip. And another way I can do it too is by checking from the previous chip, you see? So I'm going to the previous chip from leg to leg, not pad. Well, good. All of them good. I'm happy there. Okay, let's put these probes away. Let's get this meter out of my way. All right, so chips are good. Memory chips are good. Ooh. Okay, so now what are left are some of the things that are in sockets. Okay, so now you're wondering, okay, well, how do I get that stuff off of there? Well, not sockets, but the things that are actually a through hole. Um, for that, it's a combination of air and my manual solder sucker. Okay, let's switch cameras here. Okay, so for example, I got the sound adapt. I got the sound. I got the one is the serial, one is the printer. Tell me on here which one is which. But yeah, serial printer over here is the keyboard, then the SCSI on floppy. Okay. Um, how I do it is just with actually hot air, guys. I gotta put on my goggles for this. I'm gonna try to do it in a way that you all can see. Okay, so we're here. This is the keyboard one. Okay, so all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna heat this up. Now there's a lot of ground back here, but I'm gonna heat this up and then I'll come with my manual solder sucker. I'll suck it out. It's gonna take a lot of heat because this is all metal and there's ground. Okay, it's starting to come. Okay, see, it's out. There it is. Wow. Okay, let's go on to these other two down here. These are for the cereal and that. So we'll do the same thing. Watch. Yeah. So, okay, now this one should be easier because this area is already hot. She's out. Okay, that one is out. Now let's see where we're at. We have these two switches. You can hear the sound of the solder sucker when it's got it out or it doesn't. Okay, watch this. One is out, two is out. That's it. See? There they are. All right, what else do I need to get out? Ow, that's hot. All right, I got this filter here I need to get out. Out. Ooh, I'm gonna have some trouble with that one. That one melted too much heat. First time that's happened to me. So I gotta make sure I don't do that with the other one. All right, what else can I start taking off? Um, let's see if we can get this floppy thing out. Okay, floppy connectors out. No, there's no melt. Let's get the SCSI one out. Try to get 2 pins at one time, because I know there's plastic on the other side. God, order one time from AliExpress, and my God, the marketing never stops. See, I don't know if that's, I'm just pushing up the pins. Yeah, you see. So I gotta see. There she is. No pins left behind. Okay, this one here, I'm gonna do different because I don't want to melt it the same way. Um, I could start it a little bit and see. Nah, I'm gonna do that one different. I don't want to melt that. All right, so now you're wondering, okay, well, how do I do these sockets? It's the same way. Um, let's get these anchor points heated up. You see, the idea here is to try to get as much of the solder out, so it's going to take a bit to get that heated up and get that out. I'm going to take a couple times of sucking it. Okay, that's empty now. See, you can see it's empty. Yeah, I can see the solder becoming liquefied. Then I'm going to start sucking it out. Okay, that's fairly much empty. Now I do the same thing with the pins. Okay, that should be fully loose now. There we go. He's out. Okay. Same thing here. Watch that. See that see that become liquid? Then suck it up. But because it's a lot, it's gonna take a couple of shots. Okay, so we now go after the pins. You know what? Let me show you another way that you can do this too. Okay. Let me clean up my mess here a little bit. That board is hot. All right, I'm just cleaning up the work area here. Okay, another way I do this is with my solder sucker. Let me plug it in. Okay, so it's gotta get hot now for a little bit. Let me put away the hot air one. Don't need the manual solder sucker now. But it's busy getting hot, so while it gets hot, let me see what else been coming in here. So, okay, let's see. That's hot enough yet? Okay, I'm just making sure that it's good and clean. Okay. So now with the solder sucker, with the mechanical one, I can do the same thing. I just put it over the pin. I wait 1, 2, 3, 4, stop. 1, 2, 3, 4, stop. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 3, 4. Why I count is to give the heat enough time to travel down. 2, 3, 4. Stop. Sometimes you gotta use a combination of hot air and sucker like this. You see, like that hole there doesn't want to. So now I'm gonna wiggle that a little bit. See, now I'm not worried about saving this board or being delicate to it. So that's why sometimes I like the hot air more because for some reason some of the holes get cleaner. Okay, more of it comes out. So you got this one here. There, not almost to come out. I got two here that are giving me a little bit of trouble. All right, let's see what we got. We're out. Okay, there we are. Okay, now I got that one line filter here I need to take out. So I do the same thing. This one might be a little bit hard to get out. It's hot. Yeah, I'm gonna have to use some hot air with this one. Afraid they may melt that piece of that rubber again too. None of those is the middle one that's giving me the trouble. Come on out. Ah, got you out. Okay. So, the only thing really left now, I do have new ones of these, but let's see. Because sometimes my tip won't go over that. Yeah, it does. Sorry, my big head was in the way. The machine, like Steve calls it. I think Bruce calls it the machine too. Macintosh. Oh, how much can we do? How much can we make? By the way, the artwork and the design of the logo and the stuff for Macintosh was done by Havemaster. We'll show the credits. Let's see if we can yank this out. Some down here that being stubborn. Someone's at my door. 1 second here. Sorry, someone is at my door knocking. It was my mother came and brought me some ink for my printer. She was in town, so I asked her to pick it up for me. got that out too, so I can reuse that if I need to. Let's get this crystal out. Let's see if it will come out. Nope. That didn't clean out as nice as I wanted it to. Yeah, okay, we're gonna have to use hot air with that. Okay, so you all see now how I use my solder sucker, and another option is with the hot air. Sometimes hot air works better because it gets into some of these grooves a lot better. So basically, all that's really, shoot, I need to do this with the solder sucker. I don't want to do that with the hot air. Let me leave it plugged in. All right, we'll leave that plugged in for a few minutes more. All right, where were we? We were dealing with the crystal. The crystal's down over here. I'm not using a very high flow. I'm like on 4 on my gauge, but my temp is high. So okay, crystal is out. Okay, that's all that I needed the DHE hot air for. Okay. All right, so what we're left with is the memory port here. Let's see what we can do with that with the sucker. This thing is probably getting very full. Uh, wow. Mm. For some reason, it doesn't want to suck. Hmm. Doesn't want to suck those out. Is my tank full? Yeah, let me clean this out. Okay. Let's see if that makes any difference. Really no different. Mm-mm. Let me see how it does with hot air. Because it's not coming out easily with the solder sucker. Ooh, this one giving me a little bit of trouble. This I need to be delicate with because I can't buy these new. Sometimes the hot air works better. It's coming. All right, I'm gonna have to hang this over the edge a little bit. I need to try to see if I can get it out. There's still some points that are a bit too hard in, like this number one up here. Now I'm just hanging it off the edge of the table and holding it with one hand because it's a small board. Other hand, I'm trying to pull it out while I heat the backside, and it's hot. Okay, it's out. Ah, okay. There we go. See, it's out without damage. Oh, sweet. Sweet. There it is. See? I don't have any damage, no broken pins, nothing melted, no pins pushed through. Oh, I'm missing a pin. I'm missing 2 pins. 1, 2. That's okay. I can get those out and push them back in. Okay, so 2 pins are missing. So let's go get those out. So 1, 2. So with 2 pins missing, what we'll do, where did I drop that? It's on the board. Okay, we'll go to the scope view and solder sucker I'm done with, flux I'm done with for now. Alright, so here we are with the okay, so I have a pin right there I need to put in. I don't know where my, okay, so I have the pin here. The pin, you can see one side is coppered or gold plated or not. And just drop it back in there. And then we will squeeze until it pops into place. There it is. It's in. I'm getting hungry. And the other one is right here. We do the same thing. And it just clips right into place. There we are. Okay, folks, so what have we done? We have, oh my God, we've done a lot, and I'm already 2 hours into this video. Desk view. Okay, so we have the new board is this far along. It's already pretty far along. Okay, I'm gonna put that aside. The old one, we have stripped it except for these surface mount chips. Really, that's the only things left I have to transfer are these chips. Most of them will go sockets, except I don't have sockets for these 1, 2, 3, 4 yet. I will get those Monday. So I will take them off, but I have to save them. So what I'm gonna do is I'm hungry. I need some lunch. It is 1 o'clock. So I'm gonna pause the video, or I'm gonna close this off of the game because this is already pretty long. So where's my mouse? Come on. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and my hair from the thing I have to put on. Anyway, I'm gonna close off this video. This is part 1 of the Classic Reloaded. This is my first Classic that I'm doing. The boards again are thanks to a design by Kai Robinson. Very well done. So I'm gonna close off this video. I'm gonna make my lunch, um, eat, and then come back with part 2, where I will put on the sockets that I have. I will put on all these pieces that we took off. We'll start getting things ready. The ones I do have sockets for, I can go ahead and put in and everything. I've got a couple things on the back here I need to transfer, like the ferrite beads and one capacitor. So, but anyway, folks, I'm gonna end part one. And if you like this video, please do a nice thumbs up for me. Remember, this is Mark. He does, and all the other participants in Marchintosh, Steve, Joe, Ron, oh God, Eric's Edge, One Bit Fever, I think is also in it. Oh God, it's just too many of us for me to say. Okay, so let's just say it that way. Trina's in it, and Bruce and actually Australia is taking part of it. I'm trying to get actually Hakeem in it from Norway or Sweden. One of those two he's in. I think it's Norway. Mm, or Sweden. Anyway, oh boy, so many of us everywhere that actually enjoyed this type of work, and we really like doing it and seeing these machines coming back to life. So that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing it for. I'm not doing it for the fame or the fortune because God knows this is not going to make me any fortune. So, but I do have some of the rare computers. I do like them. I do enjoy them. So, thank you. Um, See you all for actually part two of this video. Alrighty, bye bye.